when they were $6, and I traded it because I wanted a card.
I'm trying to think of the best thing I've opened. Okay, so we're on to round 3, and we're gonna stop talking about random stuff.
No, we're gonna keep talking about random stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't Doug on round 1?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we got Doug on mono red again, and Brice on blue black.
3 foiled Jaces, the Mind Sculptor, back in World Wake. Wow.
I wish I'd played back then. So fun fact, I've only been playing since Dragons of Tarkir.
I've been playing competitively since BFZ.
I had a really bad day, like right after the Dominaria pre-release, and my boyfriend bought us both a oh
yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, you've heard the story. A pre-release kit of Dominaria, and I was like, okay, well, he's told me that I could just keep whatever I opened. It was fine, you know, because it's a pre-release kit. What are you really going to open? Karn, foil Shalai, promo Tatyova. Yeah, I won that.
I win.
I only kept the Karn and the foil Shalai and the foil Tatyova, though.
Oh, that's her. Urza? Wow. Okay, that's pretty good.
I am as old as the game of Magic. Sans like 6 months.
I'm 12.
So I'm actually going to abandon Justin here for a moment because I really need to go to the bathroom.
That's fine.
I'm going to be gross. Ignore me.
Okay. We're seeing a good start from Doug. Soul Scrimmage, Belmont Courier. Let's hit you. Let's hit you for some. Wow, Urza's. That was a good set too. I've been playing since let's see. The first thing I ever bought was Gate Crash. But I started when like Dragon's Maze came out. And like that was forever ago. Bye. Belmont Couriers are getting in. Doug has some good card advantage. He can actually... What is that card? Oh, that's a hazard. Never mind. I was going to say he could shock, play the other card, and sack a Belmont, but that's not what he wants to do. Oh, I know what Brice is playing. So, Brice is playing Blue-Black Mirari's Conjecture. It is a combo deck that wants to... Hansbach. Oh, wow. You've been playing a while, too. So, Mirari's Conjecture says, don't quote me on this. It is a... Oh, okay, sweet. We have it pulled up. It is return target instant card from your graveyard to your hand, return target sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand, and until end of turn, whenever you cast an instant or a sorcery, you can choose new targets for that copy. So, Brice is a control deck that will draw all 12 cards in a turn and just kind of win off that. When his Mirari Conjectures pops, he will win the game, essentially.
Okay, back.
So...
I vaguely played Magic when I was like 12 or 13 with my stepbrother because he kind of taught me to play. But I kind of got out of it until I started dating my first boyfriend. And then it turned into, okay, he's spending more time playing Magic with Max than he is with me. So I'm just going to learn to play Magic. And then we broke up and I still have never beaten him.
Rip.
Yeah. Because at this point, it's my life goal to beat him in a game of Magic, but that's still not happened. It doesn't help that he moved.
Now you just got to do it on Moto.
I don't even know that he plays Moto.
Most people don't.
Well, it's Shields. James Shields.
I know who it is.
Yeah. I was like, I'm pretty sure you know who that X is.
I know who it is.
I don't even know if he plays Moto. I know he plays like a ton of stuff online, but like I don't know if he plays Moto.
Blink of an eye, bounce your Beaumont career.
That's pretty brutal.
That's mean.
That is brutal.
I mean, it's a good play, but that is
very
mean. Yeah, I mean, it is insult to injury. Punish you. Ooh.
Well, it's not insult to injury. He's not playing that.
Oh, hand? Okay. I guess that's fair. Oh.
Appreciate my bad puns, Justin.
What?
I said it's not insult to injury. He's not playing that.
I know. I heard it.
He didn't acknowledge it.
There's a reason I didn't acknowledge it.
Okay, so we're taking the Goblin Chain Whirler, which seems great.
Yeah, shock isn't great. Almost, I kind of would have taken. I really don't know if I would have taken shock, because there's the argument that you can just remove Chain Whirler because he's playing so much removal.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I still think shock wouldn't have been great. Hey, One Violence.
We've got all the big names in chat tonight.
Yeah.
Except Teddy, but you know, Robert's not playing, so therefore.
You're right.
I know how that works.
Pitch hand, draw cards. Seems good.
So let's see what we get. I believe I saw a land.
I saw a land. I didn't see the other card for any guys' chat. So yeah.
So how do you feel about us playing EDH?
Sometimes.
Which we can't do right now because of background noise.
Yeah. Sometimes people have to get a break.
Yeah.
I don't, because I don't sleep either.
Except for last night during the entire duration of the stream.
Well, that's true, but that's when I catch up on sleep. I slept from 4 p.m.
Oh, it looks like all we got was a bunch of lands off of that Beaumont Courier.
That's what happens. That's what Beaumont does. Beaumont is good because it draws you some cards, but it usually just draws you lands.
Yeah.
EDH is basically the only thing I play. Yeah.
EDH is the only thing I play currently because I'm still building my modern deck.
I don't know. EDH is very fun, so like, there's that. He's at 3? What?
Wow, brutal.
When did he take 7? Probably over the course of a couple turns.
Yeah.
Did he gain his life off Rascals?
I don't know what just happened.
He attacked.
But like, I'm not sure how we got to 3.
I don't know. I'm sure it was just miscombats. Hazard kill you? Oh no, it's second main. Got him.
Well, let's see. Doug has 1 card in hand. Is he heck bent? Well, hopefully he can play it out. Oh, well, it looks...
I don't like that. Brice... So, I know what is gonna happen. It's gonna be Rascal's contempted and stuff, but I don't like that Brice let him untap. Because of... Like, we know he has Rascal's Contempt. Doug should know he has Rascal's Contempt, because he would have scooped. But Brice let him untap so he could actually crack him again with the ability on Hazard instead of just not.
Makes sense.
Like, well, I don't know.
And yeah, what One Violence is saying in chat here absolutely makes sense. EDH is good, but it can be hard to follow on the stream since there are a lot of really unusual cards, and it is kind of difficult to see the cards.
He's waiting on shock for the same reason that, I mean, he's waiting for shock because it's a control deck. You want to catch them when they're tapped out because Brice is so low. He's gonna lead off with shock, and then hope it gets countered, and then lightning strike him.
Yeah.
He's gonna try and bait a counterspell with shock.
But yeah,
That was a strong land. So
yeah. I do like what One Violence is saying, though. That is something we should keep in mind for the next opportunity we have to actually play EDH on camera and explain some of our cards a little better. Because I know I play some serious jank.
Doug draws. Great. Jossa doesn't do anything. I think Brice has kind of got...
Brice did tap out for the Rascal Contempt, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he could have shocked there when Brice was at 1. That's what Emmett Norris is saying.
Oh, okay. I understand, but it's the same thing that he might as well be at, like, an infinite life total, because his threats aren't gonna... Oh, he has double shock. Okay. Never mind. He could have. Brice is just dead. Brice isn't actually...
So go to 1.
Nice. Triple shock you.
Shock, draw, shock. Shock, draw, shock.
That's all 4 shocks as well. We've seen all of them in this game. Or at least they're all in the graveyard.
Yep, scooping it up. Kinda has to. Kinda dead.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so hopefully we're going to be able to get a setup where we can play more EDH, because obviously that's my format. I really, really like EDH. I have 11 decks. I don't have a problem. This is why I don't have a modern deck. Well, that's part of why I don't have a modern deck, but...
So, I would expect... I don't know what I expect Brice to have here. Probably that card seems fine. Can't remember. I think it's Essence Extraction or something to that point. It does 2 and then he gains 2.
Well, I'm gonna open the laptop back up.
One dex, I only have one, but it's
so I can actually look up cards without my phone dying.
Yeah, it is an Essence Extraction. Deal 3 to a creature, then gain 3 life. That's what Brice wants here. He wants to gain life. Brice is taking out all the cute cards. He's going for hard blue-black control.
347 is a lot of EDH decks. Should I be concerned? I'm a little concerned.
Built 347.
I'm still concerned.
Currently only have 4.
I'm still concerned.
Thank you, Dex_Z, for subscribing.
For the 8-month resub.
Whoop whoop. Tier 1 sub, thank you very much.
That's not it.
Isn't that it?
No.
Oh.
I don't remember what it is.
So
we're gonna let Jake fix the laptop later, because apparently I don't remember what.
He's the one that turned it off. So
we miss you too, Luke. That Luke.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I miss you, Luke.
I'm gonna make heart hands at the camera, even though you can't see it.
I'm gonna draw a turtle for you. I'm gonna put it in the mail. And then you're gonna get it, and you're gonna be like, this is horrible. And then you're gonna be just as disappointed as you always are with me. Mono blue burn. I love that. Mono black hog. 5-color lands. Sorrow's Path.
I'm actually building a 5-color lands deck right now. Like, and by building, I mean I made a deck list. I actually own 11 built-ish decks, but I also have an additional like 15 on tapped out.
I own 3. I only ever play 1 because I don't.
You only ever play 1 at a time.
I don't carry the other 2 with me. I have the Cat's Precon, and I own a Viral's Infect aggro deck. So there's a reason I only carry 1 deck with me.
Yeah, that bag over there, that's all of my decks.
I know it is.
Granted, 3 of them are $50. Yeah, actually mine is also going to be Child of Alara. Was gonna be a $50 budget deck, and then I decided it wasn't. Somewhere in the middle.
You can do that. Child of Alara is $3, and then you have to get every tap land ever.
Well, it wasn't that. It was more that I'm like, oh, I want to play Corsair Crew Fix. Oh, I want to play Azusa. Oh, I want
to play a $3 card. Oh, I want to play a $20 card. Oh.
Yeah. Well, it's a $50 deck. You kind of gotta cut a lot of corners.
Play either of those.
No. So it's a really jumbled mess right now because I haven't actually finished doing it, but I'm also playing like, is it Prized Amalgam?
What?
The Star from Rivals?
No. Prized Amalgam is the 3/3 that comes back.
That's right. No, you're right. You're right. It's something Amalgam. I'm pretty sure.
Thank you, Robert Meadows. Did the math of my draws. Had a last night.
Thank you, Bob Tilted Fields.
I didn't see it. I had last night. 2% that should have happened. Oh.
Sometimes you get the good luck, sometimes you get the bad luck.
What happened, Robert? You want to talk about it?
I don't think he wants to talk about it, but I'll talk about it.
I want to talk about it, Robert.
But I'll talk about it for him. He drew like 4 lands in a row off of a Delver.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was so brutal. I felt so bad.
Huh.
Like, I might have been making fun of you, Robert, but I didn't feel bad. It was just really fun to make fun of you.
Playing Volrath Stronghold with Chopper and Phyrexian Tower. It's brutal.
Awakened Amalgam is the card I was thinking of.
Yeah, it's different.
That is different. But at least I remembered it was an Amalgam.
I don't know what that card does either.
It's a star where PT is equal to the number of differently named lands you control.
Got it.
So I'm playing 5 snow-covered, 5 regular basics, the guild gates, all sorts of stupid stuff. I'm not building it to be a good deck. I'm building it to be a funny deck, like most of my decks.
I like meme decks. That's what my Atraxa deck pretty much was.
Your Atraxa deck was an Atraxa deck.
It was a 4-color best cards ever printed deck.
Oh, that's awesome, Luke. I'm glad to hear that you're doing better.
Hi, Luke. That's good. Why is the cow albino? The cow albino.
Are you having some English problems there, Justin?
I didn't do well with English. I failed a lot of it.
I was gonna say, you didn't do well in a lot of things,
it was
buddy.
only math and English.
Speaking of Soulscar Mage, even though we haven't been speaking about it in over around.
Yeah, I was about to say it.
But speaking of Soulscar Mage.
It's been a good 30, 40 minutes.
Well, we will, of course, be glad to have you back.
I missed you. Robert's been mean to me since you were gone.
Big Texas is in the modern replay. I saw it last night. I was so happy.
What?
You don't remember the Big Texas thing?
No. What are you talking about?
So, the last time I saw Luke play, it was the last Thursday night that I stream ran. He was on camera, and I was like, okay, what are you playing? And he was eating one of the Big Texas cinnamon rolls. So he kind of looked at it, looked at me, and then held it up. So Bant Spirits became Big Texas.
Got it.
And then we just proceeded to break everybody.
Oh, okay. Hey, Brice did leave in some cute cards.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, so he's using it as a regular tutor.
Yeah. Well, so the thing about that card is, game 1, it's usually get your sideboard, but game 2, all the cards you want.
It's tutor for your sideboard.
What? Wait. Well, so yeah, it's all the cards that you want in the matchup are in your deck. So there's like, unless you get caught off guard, there isn't really anything you would get that's not on your sideboard.
Makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense to play it then.
It's still a fine card, and especially in Brice's deck.
Yeah.
He is playing he's playing Conjecture, so getting 2 triggers off that is fine to the cards that draw you more cards. So you can draw like 20 cards a turn.
Yeah, that seems pretty great, actually.
I can't remember how Brice wins, but
Shenanigans.
well, so I know it's a Conjecture deck. I can't remember if it's like Torment or what.
Torment of Hailfire is such a good card.
Essence, shoot. What? Oh, that's Golden Sun's Demise, I think.
I don't know, but it's a pretty full art.
I don't reckon it's like Golden Demise,
Okay, you got it.
I think.
Since your friend's not dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, Torment of Hailfire is such a sweet card. Oh, is that a Yehani's expertise?
Is it? I forgot that was a full art.
I didn't know it had a full art. That looks sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, and Scarab God. Scarab God makes sense.
Yeah. Like I said, he sided out the cute stuff and put in more real cards.
Nebraska's Contempt. I opened a foil one of those in my Rivals of Ixalan pre-release box, too. That was such a good pre-release kit. Like, it was such a good pre-release kit, I wish I had played.
Oh, yeah.
But I was stream running.
It is Yehani's expertise.
Oh, that looks so cool! Oh, I love it. I need it. I need that promo.
Brice is not doing so well in his life total. Like,
No, he's definitely hurting.
he is recovering much better, but like a Hazard still kills him. Assuming it resolves, of course.
Yeah.
Desert shoot you. Gotcha. Got him. Desert put you over 4. Oh, that's never mind. That's the other desert.
What desert did you think it was?
I thought it was the shoot you desert. The desert that does 1.
Fair enough. It's not Pew Pew Desert.
No, desert's banned.
So you got another land. Flooding
It's a
really
red
hard.
Deck. Yeah, he's gonna flood. So red decks are good for a reason. They're also bad for a reason because
Yeah.
they flood hard. Because there is no card fixing. Brice is not close to ascending, but I think Doom. Okay, he didn't take Doomfall, but I'd like to Doomfall there because Doug doesn't only have 1 card. If he's holding on a card, then like, oh, okay, he's drawing for Nest and Scatter. That's fair.
That makes sense. Well, there's a Conjecture. That art is so beautiful. I actually really like the sagas,
Yeah.
artistically.
Yeah, they're very pretty. Chain Whirler put you to 4.
Speaking of pretty cards, have you seen the San Diego Comic-Con promos?
Yes.
I made the Chandra and the Nissa my lock phone and my home screen on my phone.
Nerd.
Yeah. And I mean, keep in mind, if I'm putting Chandra on my phone as one of my lock screens, that's like basically putting a selfie as my lock screen.
Selfie.
Which, I'm not that narcissistic.
I would do that. As I say, as I still have the default background that iPhones come with.
Well, I had OG Torch of Defiance and Blue Green Nissa as my home and lock screens for the longest time, and then those arts, though.
I've never changed my lock screen.
I change it every once in a while. I think I had Pokemon before that, and then Torch of Defiance art was so good.
So Doug has 3 power on board and a shock in his hand, so Brice could just be dead. Nope, that's the essence extraction, deal 3, gain 3. Brice is stabilizing.
Yep, so there goes Chain Whirler.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Go to 7 because his life total is not correct. He was actually at 4. Because Chain Whirler does 1 when it enters. Doug is very running out of gas, especially because Brice has a. Oh,
so gonna exile some graveyards.
Gotcha.
Brutal.
That's fine. Brice doesn't really need. Yeah. The value for getting it back is good, but he doesn't need it. Except his ult is gonna be the hard whiff. Hazoret, kill your Hazoret.
Yep, Hazoret, dead Hazoret.
Yeah. As it should be. Can't say.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with Apoa on this. That's actually part of why I don't play Moto, because the owning something online is really awkward. I'd rather own the card, because at least then I can throw Saprolings at you with it.
You just like throwing Saprolings at me.
I don't even know why. Like, I don't know what possessed me to do that.
She just throws Saprolings at me.
It's not throws, it was through. I only did it once.
You definitely did it more than once.
Okay, I think I did like 3 times.
Yeah, that's more accurate.
But the additional 2 times were referencing the first time.
Okay. Pop Mars Conjecture. Does he have any? No, he just passes.
Oh, that's so sad.
He has removal in his hands.
Yeah, that's... Oh, that hurts.
He has removal and... Okay, he drew an Anticipate. He's fine. But
yes.
He has removal, and he can't use the deserts efficiently because Doug has Eternalized cards in his graveyard. Or in his deck, I should say.
Yeah, if they were in his graveyard, they're definitely not anymore.
He actually did. They did there was a Kenner in there when it was I like kill it with Essence Extraction, then push it.
And then push the token?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Well, it wasn't even that it was a response to any situation.
No,
I was just really bored. I was really bored.
There was legitimately no reason. She just threw them at me.
But they were cute. So, you know the Rivals of Ixalan Saprolings?
They're just like little flowers.
They are. They're so cute. Well, there was just a stack of Rivals of Ixalan cards sitting by the stream station. And I was going through it, and I kept seeing Saproling. So every time I saw a Saproling, I just throw it at him. Look, a Saproling, throw it at Justin. Oh, look, a Saproling, throw it at Justin. All right, I'm out of Saprolings. Here's a treasure. So I threw the treasure at him and went Saprolings for the real treasure all along.
I love that so much. What he just did.
The Eldest Reborn?
Yeah, sack a creature. Did he not get his... Okay, he stood.
Yeah, that seems pretty great. So what are we calling the judge on here?
I think he missed his trigger. I think that's what happened.
So I'm out of drinks again. This is a problem.
Can then gain an exercise, create the token. Okay, I know it. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, we're asking about if he gets the token from being sacrificed. Yeah, that is how that works, yeah.
I think it was more of a missed thing.
Well, from what I can hear from them talking to Scott, that sounds like that's what the concern was, whether or not he actually gets the elemental token. I mean, as long as it goes in the grave, as long as the creature card hits the graveyard, it dies. That includes tokens.
Yeah.
Obviously this is something that I know very, very, very well being a commander player. It has to hit the graveyard for it to consider having died. That's why Child of Alar can be really awkward as a commander on occasion.
Yeah, and I think it was just more to check.
Yeah, it's a double check.
Like, yeah. It almost never hits the double check unless you're double checking just way too much. Yeah. But, like, I kind of think Doug should just kind of scoop it up. Like, he's not doing well right now. Throw a desert at you. No, myself or a Scarab God. Or Murray targets.
Yeah, ulting this Eldest Reborn hitting its 3rd chapter. As long as he can get something good, it's going to be really good.
Need something.
Yeah, put target creature or planeswalker card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Looks like we're hitting a Phoenix.
Oh, that's so not good.
Not a lot of options here, though.
It's not good. It's not bad, but
I'm pretty sure that...
not good.
It's basically the only option I think he had.
It is the only option he had.
I was like, I'm pretty sure the only creature cards and graveyards were the two.
That's a Braid, Phoenix, Shock.
A Braid, yeah. I couldn't see what the bottom one was.
Creature types. I'm attached to Boggles.
I'm attached to Dramoka.
That is not a creature type. Boggle is not a creature type either. It's a beast, but... Okay, he found it.
But I am attached to my Mocha Cappuccino.
So, yeah, okay. Conjecture.
Yep,
Pick
so
up,
instant.
I think he should still pick up removal here.
Yeah.
Because Doug has not conceded. He probably hasn't conceded because Brice has yet to put any clock on him besides the Phoenix he just got. I didn't see what he picked up, but I'm attached to my arm.
Are you sure it's not your arm is attached to you?
I would hope that your arm is attached to you. But...
I mean, that is how that works. That is how biology typically works. Typically.
Pick up a sorcery. Pick up combo.
So, I believe he does have Ascend.
Yeah, he does.
Very has Ascend.
He has just for lands, yeah.
Yeah. Hence the very.
Yeah. Well, he's waiting to draw...
Poppy in the face.
8 cards instead of 3. I wonder if he plays Reliquary Tower in there.
That isn't standard now. Again.
It's also
now.
Really awkward.
Yeah.
Doug is saying that he wishes he found a Fight with Fire to deal lethal to Brice. I think it does 9 or 10.
So we're gonna pop the Conjecture. Let's see what we're gonna double cast today.
We're gonna double cast that card first.
Yep, sure. Seems great.
Draw 6.
Yeah, Slivers. Casually draw 6.
Yeah, it's fine. I've seen him draw 12 before.
Double Mirari's Conjecture.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's really good.
It was funny. I was playing against Tony when Tony was playing the Lich's Mastery deck. So Tony played Lich's Mastery, and then I hear Brice just go, draw 12. And I'm just like, I don't know which I'd rather play against.
Rippin' pepperoni.
I think my matchup against Brice is better, but than a Lich's Mastery deck, but it's still not good.
So what is your standard deck right now?
Mono green.
Okay. Well, there's the Scarab God.
Yep. That's a clock. Scarab God is the best clock.
So we're gonna braid the Phoenix.
So you won't take 3. Goes to the graveyard. So Brice gets the Elemental, and at his upkeep, he has to sack it. It's not a May.
Yep.
But he cannot return the Phoenix, because the Phoenix has to be in your graveyard.
Yeah.
So...
That's not the right Phoenix. What Phoenix am I looking for?
Rekindling.
Thank you.
And it is...
I ended up looking at Flame Wake, because we saw it in Modern last night, and my brain's not alive.
Flame Wake Phoenix? That's the
ferocious one.
Yeah, the living end, or the
yeah, return target card named Rekindling Phoenix from your graveyard to the battlefield.
Yeah.
But if there's none in your graveyard, then you're just sad.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a good play from Doug. Doug doesn't have anything else to do, so...
Yeah. So there's your token back.
Yeah, that's what that play was. That was not a you get an elemental. You get an elemental, and you get an elemental. Everybody gets an elemental.
What is this, Lorwyn?
What? No, I was Oprah.
I know. I got your joke. There's just a lot of elementals on Lorwyn.
Yeah.
It's back. It is zombie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a zombified phoenix. That's kind of impressive. Considering phoenixes.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm pretty sure that's not how phoenixes work. That's not how this works.
He reanimated the ash pile while the ash pile was on the stack.
Yeah.
I appreciate whoever is doing the life total. There's a third person there just...
It's Jake, isn't it?
That's probably Jake.
Yeah, it's Jake.
Hazard.
This sounds like a Jake thing.
Oh, it sounds like Tony, though.
It's probably both. Yeah, it's both of them. That sounds right.
Do they play each other again? Bring back a Phoenix. Oh yeah, he doesn't.
That's a nice Phoenix you got there. It's mine now.
He can't bring back Hazard. Oh, he forgot his... Okay, I was about to say he forgot his scries, but he did not forget his scries. Token should not be sacked without a target. Token has to be sacked.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the token doesn't have a choice. That's still the wrong Phoenix. I hit back. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this creature. There is no May. So we're scooping it up.
Should be scooping it up. I don't know. I would have scooped a while ago, but
yeah.
I know what Brice is doing here. So those 12 lands, top 20 cards. Yeah, that is pretty bad luck. Like that was.
I think that's something that Robert knows a lot about if he's still here.
Did you see his top 3? Hazard, Lightning Strike, Chain Whirler.
Oh jeez.
Like yeah.
So close yet so far.
Yeah, he was not in it.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
It's a ruling.
Is it in the ruling?
It might be. Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out. Card rulings.
I mean, yeah, you're right. It doesn't have a target, but I think it should still be sacked.
Okay, if you don't have a card named Rekindling Phoenix in your graveyard, the elemental token's ability is immediately removed from the stack after it triggers, and you won't sacrifice the token. If that target becomes illegal after the ability is triggered, but before it resolves, you also won't sacrifice the elemental token. In either case, it will trigger again during your next upkeep. Interesting. I actually didn't know that.
That's dumb. I mean, okay, it's a ruling, but I don't agree with it.
I mean, it's interesting. It's just kind of weird.
It's I'm gonna chalk that up as not relevant, honestly. Like
a 0 at that point. The 0/1 just kind of would have sat there and done literal nothing.
It's relevantly irrelevant. Like it's a thing, and it's important to note, but it should not be.
That's a really weird ruling.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna have to ask our resident judge Scott about that between rounds.
I know it's come up before. I just couldn't remember the actual ruling.
Okay, well, it's more of I understand the ruling. I just want to know the why. That's it.
I think it's just one of those Wizards things that they don't have a.
That's fair.
They just had like a loop in there by accident, and they had to fix it.
Oh, it probably would infinitely loop on Moto.
That's not how they rule stuff.
Programming is hard.
No, I mean they just they just don't have correct. If it was a Moto thing, it just wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I understood that.
That's weird. So, Poa, the ruling we're talking about is apparently there's a ruling for Rekindling Phoenix in which the token, if you do not have a Rekindling Phoenix in your graveyard, when the token goes to trigger to sacrifice itself to get back the Rekindling Phoenix, if it doesn't have a Rekindling Phoenix to target, it won't sacrifice itself. It's really unintuitive. Like, that's the thing that bothers me about it, is it's very unintuitive.
I don't know what that word means.
It's something that doesn't make sense at first glance.
Thank you, Scott.
Yeah, thank you, Scott.
It means not intuitive.
So we have a kid that failed English and a communications major.
I didn't fail. I passed.
Who almost failed English?
I didn't almost. I actually passed fine.
Okay.
I failed almost all the tests.
A kid who does not do the English.
I almost failed all the tests. That's what it was. So I got like 50, a 60, another 50. I passed like 4 tests in that class the whole year. It was just that class. I passed the rest of my
so proud of you.
fine.
I'm so proud.
After I got out of that math class.
After you bailed out of math class.
Oh, yeah.
Because you bailed. You bailed hard.
I failed. In English, nice.
I am proud of you, Zintich. That's how I'm going to pronounce your username now.
I think that's how you would pronounce it.
Well, I am proud of you. English is a hard language.
It is. And so, after so much schooling, there's a point where English doesn't even become about English. It's just grammar. How do you...
Grammar's hard.
Yeah. Don't ruin my name. I'm sorry. Is it Zinked? Don't ruin my name.
He's probably right. I don't pronunciate very well.
Don't ruin my name.
So you're going to be Z now, because I can at least pronounce that.
Big Z.
That works too. And that makes sense. It just, like, at first glance, it seems very unintuitive. Like, it totally makes sense. On first read, it just seems really goofy and unintuitive.
Yeah, I just don't like it. I think Phoenix is a dumb card. Sorry, they're remarking about a tap land or a top deck of land.
It's almost like we didn't see like 12 of those last game.
I don't know. Doug might play a lot of lands.
All right. So you're Z now. I can live with that. I can pronounce that.
Again, we have a lot of viewers from
Europe.
Yeah.
I wish I was from Europe. I just wish I was not from Ohio.
I'm tired. I want to go to sleep.
Same. So round 4 is nap time.
Yeah, one violence. You've talked about this before. I think we were talking about this last week.
I don't do the language well. I just do the pronunciation of other languages well.
I did not do well in French. French was not a...
I took like a year of French.
I took 2.
I'm trying to be difficult, and I'm trying to learn Sindarin.
What? What is that?
Token High Elven. Like Lord of the Rings.
No, I understood. It just took me a second. I was like, High Elven, is that's the not wood elves, right?
Yeah. Sindarin, not Quenya.
Okay.
I'm totally trying to learn it for my D&D character.
To Sweden, you can move here too.
I'm okay with that. I just want to leave Ohio. Sindarin is a real language, and there are lots of resources online to learn it.
So Ohio is nice. It's just kind of...
No, it's not.
It's the weather.
Ohio is not nice. Have you met the people who lives here?
That's not part of how nice it is. That's like
Doesn't
New York.
help. Not that good of a communications major. So what does Brice have in his hand? It looks like we've got an Eldest Reborn. There's an Aftermath card, and then he put his hand down, and I can't see anymore. Looks like a cast down. There's a Mirari's Conjecture now. There's a blue card that I'm not quite sure what it is because I don't recognize that art offhand. It looks like another cast.
Oh,
no, that's not a cast down.
For his hand. It's a negate.
Is that a negate?
It's a negate.
Pretty.
It's a Dragons of Turkey negate.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense. And then there's another card hiding in the back of his hand that I'm not quite sure what it is.
It's either Yahane's Expertise or the
I think it is Yahane's Expertise.
I don't know who I want to be right now. One has a Scarab God, one has a Hazard. Hazard's good, but like Scarab God's real good.
So, actually, the nice thing about Sindarin, I don't know about Quenya offhand, but the nice thing about Sindarin, at least, is if I could learn Welsh, I'd be fine.
Is it just Welsh? Is it pretty much
it's very heavily influenced from Welsh, especially pronunciation. I don't know how to pronounce Welsh things.
Yeah,
Welsh is hard.
I was gonna say, I know that's one of the not easy things to learn. Fight with fire, you're
So that Scarab God got.
Got him. Wait, why is it exiled?
That's a great question.
Fight with fire does not do that.
Because it doesn't Scarab God exile itself. Or no, it just goes in the graveyard and then it goes.
He just put it.
Trigger. Yeah.
Wait, why did Doomfall go back to his hand?
Mirari's.
Oh, okay. Okay. Get it.
Yeah, Welsh is very silly. I figure, okay, I can successfully say 2 things in Elven. And my pronunciation of it is probably absolute garbage because I don't know how Welsh pronunciation works. I know how pronunciation in Japanese works, and I know how to do a Cockney accent and a Doctor Who BBC British accent.
So I
don't know how to Welsh.
As long as those 2 things are where's the restroom and like a please thank you kind of thing, I think you'll be fine.
In Elven?
Yeah.
No, I know how to say Padina Haven. Do you speak Elven? And Ego miho orc. Go kiss an orc. Oof. Don't ask me why I learned that.
How rude. Show us your Cockney. No,
oh God.
You. Please don't. Wait, I want to keep viewers.
Okay, so
murder your phoenix.
To actually, I work for the Ohio Renaissance Festival, and I'm a villager, and that's why I know how to do a Cockney accent. We'll do it between rounds because if I get into accent, I will get stuck in accent. Because voice acting, that's how that works. No, mostly I just get stuck in accent. It's also really hard because there's no other Rennies around.
Doug has double lightning strike right now.
So I don't know if Ed Beard Jr. is going to be at the Renaissance Festival yet. I will ask around and see what I can find out.
Who is Edward Beard Jr.?
OG Birds, or not OG Birds of Paradise. He did Birds of Paradise art. He did OG Nicol Bolas art. I actually have my whiteboard of Nicol Bolas signed by him.
Wait.
He's a older magic artist.
Okay. And he
pre-mending magic.
Like, no, but he just likes the Ren Fair.
He had a booth there last year.
Huh.
He actually was there the last 2 weekends of the Renaissance Festival.
That's great. And
from what I've heard from my friends who went and got stuff signed by him, he's a really cool guy.
Oh, Robert. Oh, yeah, Robert. APAC Lands. Hey, Robert. How you doing? Hi, Dad. Robert is my father.
Robert is one of your many fathers.
I have a lot of fathers. Alright, so Hazard is a 2-1. Like
yeah, Edward Beard Jr. has a lot of really cool arts.
OG Chromium.
And I know he did if you
how much is it?
If you bought a print, you could get like 5 cards signed by him last year. I don't know if that's still true this year. I don't know if he's gonna be there yet.
He charges a print or to sign, right?
Well, if basically if you buy a print of one of the arts, he'll sign cards for you.
Okay.
So I didn't get to do it because
no.
I own no cards that, or at the time I owned no cards that were done by him.
Ew, gross. No, chromiums are $30. I tried.
Yeah.
Palladium Wars. So I would assume he does all the I'm about to start better calls.
The OG dragons. Yeah.
I assume he did them all. Chromium is so sweet.
But yeah, my boyfriend's actually friends with him on Facebook. Like, not liked his page, like actually friends with him on Facebook. Apparently they talked for like an hour. Well, actually, no, it probably wasn't like an hour. Nick was a guard last year. It's kind of hard when you're supposed to be guarding the queen. But still, when he was on one of his breaks. So back to the game, now that we've ADD'd all over the place.
I've been talking about the game.
I get distracted really easily.
Nothing's happening, that's the issue.
It's very tit for tat.
It's play your thing, get your thing killed, play your thing, get your thing killed. It's just like...
Yeah.
Yeah, so what does this deck do? We talking about...
Dirtle, yeah.
Are we talking about Conjecture? It's a control deck. That's what it does.
It's a very dirtily control deck, yeah.
It is a control deck. It's got cute combos in it, and...
a couple of sagas.
It's a kind of value as well. Like, it's just...
Well, the sagas are some really good value.
Right, and that's kind of the thing. Like, they're cute, for sure, but when they do stuff, they're really relevant. Because it essentially is another copy of a card that you want, because... Ideally, you're only casting cards that you actually want in this matchup, so you're just kind of replaying cards you want, and then when it pops, it gets an additional copy. So
I'm gonna find out exactly which Aftermath card that is, because I know there's a very limited number of options.
Which one?
He's got, it looks like a mono. Brice has a mono black one in hand. It looks like.
Dead Gone.
Probably.
Or it's like Dead in Return or something.
Let's.
I know the second part is Exile thing.
Never to Return.
Never Return. That's what it is.
Never, which is what he just cast there.
Destroy creature and then
destroy creature or planeswalker, and then return exile target card from graveyard. Create a 2/2 black zombie.
Yep. So kill your Phoenix, even though you have a Phoenix in the yard. Miss trigger.
Well, it's not a missed trigger. That's actually.
No, he got it.
Oh, okay. Because there is still one in his graveyard.
No, that's. He said, "Oh, I missed it," and then he's like, "Oh wait, no, I have one."
Oh, that zombie's dead.
Get your zombie. Got him.
Down to 6. Got the Whirligig. Whirligob? Whirligob.
Chain whirler.
Whirligob.
Okay.
I know the name of it. I just like stupid nicknames.
There's no arguing with you.
There's really not. Hi, I'm a Taurus. It's what we do. We're stubborn.
What is that? What does that mean?
Anyway.
Are we? No, we're not. I was like, are we frozen? No, they're just thinking.
Yeah.
This is the hard.
Yeah, unfortunately, our webcam right now, the situation is really
okay.
buggy.
Yeah, so we're, and I quote, deal with it. Love
Yeah.
Jake. We got 5 minutes on the round. Ugh.
Oh, Scarab God.
It's a Brio, not life. Oh.
Yeah, so we don't really know what's going on. There's some disconnect between the webcam and XSplit, which, shocking, it's XSplit. The only program that I know that's even more ornery is Skype. And I'm pretty sure XSplit is open source, but I could be wrong.
I think MTGO is.
Moto is not open source. Moto is just crap.
Huh.
Unless you mean ornery, in which case, I mean, you're right.
Oh, I thought he died. I thought he scooped. I
thought he died!
No, I just saw him put his
Jeez.
cards in a pile. It was because it got negated.
Rep.
Yeah, and he's...
Yeah.
Get your Chain Whirler. Oh, he is...
Get your Phoenix.
Get your Phoenix, push your token. Got it.
Scarab God.
Sweet.
Thanks, Jake and or Tony.
That's both of them, you know.
Hence the and or.
We know. We're being told...
Which applies to both Jake and Tony. They're both impatient.
We're being told that they're only helping because they're impatient, and we know.
Which, yeah, we know.
We know how it works. So, play that... Give everything unblockable, proceed to die. Just kidding.
Okay, so get got.
Where did that thing even resolve? That's what I don't get. Oh, never mind, because he would have just reanimated something and brought it back. Kill you? Wait, what? What is happening?
So much.
He's at 1.
I don't know what's happening.
He got a 1. He should have attacked anyway, like, regardless if it was gonna die or not. Gatherer is down right now. I love that.
Gatherer died.
Yeah. I was just gonna look up more art by the guy we were talking about.
All right, my phone. Well, no, my phone has been at 8. I'm gonna say this now. My phone has been at 8% for the last like entire round, which I know as soon as I say that, that means my phone's gonna die.
So make a land drop, hold up a reanimating, reanimate Chain Whirler. Can't make this caribou. Yeah, doesn't it just say target?
Yeah, here we go.
Okay. Cyclopean Mummy. I own a lot of those. Pharrell Zealot. I'm gonna take a pile of Pharrell Zealot to him to get him to sign him. Oh, he does a lot of Fallen Empire stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, Nipple Dragon, Nicol Bolas. Valid.
Yeah, Valid is a card.
Valid is a card.
Things of Ace.
He does some really neat art.
Yeah. Yeah, 20 cards. Oh, no.
I know he also did a Birds of Paradise art.
Oh, okay. Apparently, I didn't know what Kenra does. I thought it was a target creature can't block. Apparently, that's not what it does.
Oh.
Neat.
That makes sense.
Was
it revised? Nope, it's not revised birds. Is it Fourth Birds?
What are you
Nope.
talking about?
I know Ed Beard Jr. did a Birds of Paradise art. I'm just trying to figure out which one.
Wouldn't it have been up there?
Here it is. Because it's under Edward P. Beard Jr.
Ah.
It's that bird.
That's the one I play with my commander deck.
Yeah. It's 7th edition.
That is the sweetest one. That is the best art for Birds in Paradise. But
It is a really good birds.
it's unfortunately whiteboarded, and that's why people don't play with it as much.
But yeah, he does some really sweet arts, and I actually really do hope he's at the Renaissance Festival again this year.
I want him to turn me into the dinosaur so I can be my true form. I'm a dinosaur.
Sometimes you concern me greatly.
I have 40 seconds left on the round.
Hey, you spelled my name right!
Ooh, neat.
I like Z. They spelled my name right.
Still negative. Or Sen Keeley. They know you get work done. So, I don't know how I feel about having an animated hazard or a stolen hazard like that, because it can't do anything. Because it can't block.
Okay, so we've got Tempted, Scarab God. So we are now at time of the round.
Yeah, active player, you're entering 0. That's neat.
Brice is now at 4 again.
Yep. Did he block?
This game is
Did he
nonsense.
block the Yeah, he did. What? Oh, okay. He's.
Okay, so we're gonna
This is getting
anticipate.
sloppy. Thanks, Jake. Jake got one and Tony got the other.
Alright, boys, make your decision on which die to use.
They were waiting for turn 1. Now the camera's broken in a sense. Yeah, it's real broken. Everything is broken right now.
Yeah, so, like I was saying earlier, I don't know why, and we went through all of the different settings, and there's probably just some driver that's screwed up somewhere. We actually me and Nelson pulled up the webcam separately onto the computer, and it did not glitch, it did not freeze, it was fine. It's something when it starts communicating with XSplit. Because XSplit doesn't want to play nice.
I don't want to play nice either. I don't like playing.
XSplit never plays nice.
I honestly am on the boat where Brice should be dumping cards in his hand so he can just hit him with Hazard.
So he can just win.
Yes, because he doesn't have a way to win. That's discard a mountain. Slam a Scarab God. No, he can't even, because all he has is removal. He can't even dump his hand.
I mean, he can use removal on his own creatures. It's just not a good plan.
No, it's not even really even into consideration here.
It's just not a good plan.
Alright. How much does Scarab Gods reanimate? Is it 4?
I think so.
Okay, so he can win. Reanimate, 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 swing out. He has... Okay, Beaumont's irrelevant here.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's a blocker.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it's gonna die.
Exile that, gain 2 life, sure.
All right, so we're on turn 5. So this is gonna be our last turn.
Upkeep, exile, reanimate 2 things, drain 2, scry 2, attack for lethal. He missed it. Did he draw? Did he draw his card yet?
No, he's not drawn yet.
Okay. And this is assuming Doug has... Well, no, Doug has no mana, so yeah, that's how you win here.
Yeah, and that's certainly possible with the ordeal with the webcam. I get the feeling it is a driver somewhere. I just don't know where the communication issue is.
Brice sees it. Oh, take your Beaumont to hit you.
Well, that's just insult to injury.
It's got haste, too. Yeah, right, he got it. He figured it out. That is not how I would have done it, but that works.
Yep.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, just dump all your removal on the indestructible creature.
Yeah,
very nice.
I like that.
Way to pull it in at the very end.
That was Jake that slammed that there. That was a good game.
Jake, the very impatient Valentine.
That was a pretty good game. Like,
that was a really good game, especially going straight onto the last turn.
Actually ended on turns. That's what I like. I hate when the players like are playing and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
Like, I've played games where I've recognized that neither player can win, and I'm just like, do you just want to draw? Because like,